we're heavily considering moving to New York.
He's moving so he can see La Miz.
Now there is the winter argument.
The winter is worse for gooning. Girls do be covering up.
They get 4 true seasons in New York. Maybe a chance of snow.
Am I a snow bunny?
Oh, I don't think that she knows that that means that you love black.
Just want to move to NYC so you can kiss Papa God and do a podcast.
Dude, there you go. You could say, I want to come to New York for the walkability. Pizza's better and the bagels are better and there's a White Castle here and we like the theater because we're a little bit this. Well, you know, the number one reason Caleb Hammer wants to come here is to see Papa God, dude. Who wouldn't? Of course. All right, guys. Caleb Hammer. This is called Financial Audit is Changing Forever. I saw Caleb talking publicly about, I'm assuming that this is about moving to New York. And I saw him talk about it publicly so I could like talk about it. Because he mentioned it to me privately a while ago. And I was like, hell yeah, dog, go for it. You know, I'm a little biased personally because when we were having our conversation, he mentioned potentially like a little podcast together, which wouldn't happen for a while. I already know he's a busy guy. But I was like, hell yeah. Plus, I like Caleb. Caleb's like one of the creators I like a lot. He's cool. My wife likes him. My wife, I know it sounds silly, but my wife's called it on every single creator I've ever associated with. She's too good of a read of people. It pisses me off. So like if my wife likes somebody though, I tend to like them a lot more because I feel like I can actually, you know, they won't be a fucking scumbag. So Caleb's chill, man. So that'd be cool if he came here. Yeah, I would meet Caleb. It'd be more easy. It's a good thing we didn't plan a Texas trip to go visit him. So yeah. Cool. Sorry, I was looking at something on my phone for a second. My mom's in the hospital. Nothing crazy. She just they cut a kidney stone out of her, and she's like still there for a couple days because she's fucking oozing out of her back. they put like a stint in her back. Anyway, it doesn't matter. A drainage. Let's go. Let's watch this. Financial Audit is Changing Forever.
Made a controversy. We've made a controversy. Mm-hmm. And the controversy is that we're heavily considering moving to New York.
Oh yeah.
New York City.
Emphasis on the heavily considering.
Emphasis on Caleb is a theater guy. I could tell.
Yes.
Can we put emphasis on
He's
that?
moving so he could see La Miz. That's a play, I think.
More emphasis on the word heavily.
Yes.
And this has been incredibly controversial. Chat isn't the biggest fan of it.
I think he has like a pretty big crew though. My understanding is that not everybody would necessarily move with him, so I'm assuming that some of them could like stay in in his Texas office.
See, I'm getting so many whys. people hate the idea.
Why do they hate? What do they have against New York?
I'm getting so many ews. Well,
the only real thing that Caleb is considering is the taxes are obviously higher in New York. That's it.
For some, it's the politics in New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, politics aside, though.
Yeah,
it is one of the funnest cities that you can actually live in as a young person. I don't see the downside. I do not see the downside of it.
Yeah. Well, it's also, I mean, a lot of people don't like the lifestyle of it. A lot of people like the suburban commute to Target in the strip mall life, you know? A lot of people.
Listen, I like the suburban. I live in Long Island, New York, so you know I don't like the city. It fucking pisses me off. But I could take a train.
People like that. People don't like the lifestyle of New York. And
I was confused. I thought people were like really like tied to us being in Austin, and they were like, "No, you can't leave Austin." But okay.
Well, one of the reasons Caleb cited was that like it would be easier because like it'd be easier to get people to the show that wanted to come on. You know, New York is probably like easier flight wise, and maybe it's even cheaper. I don't know.
Okay, so this is like purely New York.
I think so.
Okay.
Chat, can we give some reasons why we just hate us moving? Manhattan, Kansas. I don't think so. High crime, trash, costs. Okay, trash is like per neighborhood 1 day a week though. At least what I'm looking at. My neighborhood.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Crime.
I mean, I'm assuming Caleb's can afford a nice neighborhood. So.
Per capita is pretty decent, especially where I'm looking.
Yeah, just where Caleb's looking.
Compared to the crime per capita where I'm looking is...
You know, it's not uncommon for people to live on Long Island and commute to New York. So it's somewhere that, I mean, if you want to get like really into the conversation, like a lot of police officers do that, which could potentially, you know, that's a whole conversation about extraction of resources and all that. But because, you know, the tax money from being a cop, it's a whole weird conversation I don't feel like getting into. But anyway, you guys could always look out here. Also, you know, Caleb and crew, you guys are invited to this my annual soup party my wife and I hold. So if you guys come soon enough.
Better than Austin.
I'm just trying to figure out where the downside is. We get to walk everywhere. We get arguably some of the best restaurants ever.
Yeah.
Way more different guests for
A
financial
lot of gays.
audit.
Better flights in.
Yes.
They're saying NYC smells bad. Well, fair enough. Again, I'm going to the least smelly neighborhood.
I wear deodorant.
And we will be at the Dollar Pizza place, which will smell amazing.
There is a good point. 9/11.
Yeah. Listen.
Never forget.
They can't hit both towers again.
So here's the thing. New York City,
Well, they're gone, so.
580 assaults per 100,000 people. Austin, 820 assaults per 100,000 people. So Austin has a higher assault rate. On homicides, Austin has a double the homicide rate to New York. Overall property violent crimes, New York City is higher there by about 12%. But anything violent, bad, that's all New York. That's all New York. Now there is the winter argument.
Oh no, we have to wear
I don't know. I like the winter. It gets sometimes it can snow pretty crazily.
2 layers.
I've never experienced a true winter. I will say that.
Will this be considered a true winter? Because from me in West Michigan, it's like not considered a true winter. You know,
They get 4 true seasons in New York. They do get 4 true seasons. Maybe a chance of snow.
Right.
But
Well, for
More chances of snow.
yes.
for Caleb, just so that he knows, the winter is worse for gooning. The winter is worse for gooning. Because girls do be covering up, and you can't jork it to the girls. And by it, I mean my peanut.
I'm from California. I'm from Southern California originally. So, I mean, in Texas, I've gotten to experience some winter elements, I would say. So this will be different if I do make this jump. So,
yeah.
You said.
Do you think
I
I'm a
think it's
snow
when
bunny?
Caleb, this better not be his fucking DMCA.
Am I a snow bunny?
Lindsay.
Maybe.
Do you know what a snow bunny is?
Bunny?
Oh, I don't think that she knows that means that you love black cock.
Snow bunny?
Like a little, like somebody likes the snow.
Oh, Lindsay. Lindsay just asked if she's a snow bunny, and that it's
Sorry.
That's crazy. Is this guy gay? He'll love the city. I love gay people, by the way. Everybody I know is gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay, guys, at all.
someone that likes the snow. Oh, you're so.
Sorry.
I'm getting a couple positive
You're
New
so
Yorks there.
wholesome.
Now the tax
You're
situation.
just not gonna you're just not gonna explain what a snow bunny is to her. What the fuck? That's fucking crazy. Oh fuck, I'm dead.
Is a valid flaw and concern. That is right. However, in the business world,
Plenty of black guys here though. If she is a snow bunny, so God bless her.
you know, I am going to pay more taxes. It's not going to be the exact percentage increase that is seen there because there's a lot of things in the tax law as being someone who employs people and has a business that there's a lot of flexibility. I'd say my taxes are going to go up 10 to 15%, which is a lot. My effective tax rate, probably about 10%.
But I think one of the things about that, Caleb, though, that you've pointed out is that,
Painful.
Because you're rich, dude. Don't worry about it.
So
yes, you will
Yeah, but you're gonna be Republican. Go ahead, dude.
be paying more taxes, but that is the life.
He's gonna have a kid soon? Damn, my gaydar's off. I feel like he could be flexible. He's hetero flexible, guys. You gotta give me that.
Style that you want to live.
Yeah.
Ever since I've met you a year ago, which is crazy to think we've been here for a year now.
Yeah.
Almost.
Caleb's
Are those two married? Are these two married? Are they married?
a walkable city.
yeah, it's all I wanted.
Austin
That's
is
just the
not a
lifestyle
walkable
I
city.
need.
Austin isn't that. New York is strictly a walkable city.
Yeah.
Everything that we could ever want is there too.
Yeah, better pizza in New York City. Chicago. People are saying Chicago.
The water's better over here, so that's like unironically what it is. Bagels are better over here too.
Now that doesn't really make sense to me
Like the bagels have like some kind of mineral in it. Marie, the minerals, Marie.
because you get the high taxes. Yes, it's lower cost of living, but it's a declining population city. New York is still a thriving city on a global standard. But I understand not liking the politics of it. You know, there's lots that I disagree with. You know, there's lots that I disagree with about Texas as well. I mean, that happens with everywhere. It's not all one size fits all.
No, Brandon's gonna have a kiss. Oh, you're joking? So he is gay. All right, cool.
There's no utopia.
No
Right?
utopia.
It doesn't matter if he's gay. The only thing that matters is that I'm right. So if I correctly guessed he's gay, I feel good about myself because I get to be correct about something.
But if you think about the lifestyle you want to live in, the lifestyle I like living is walking outside and getting my coffee, walking to go get.
I love not walking. Isn't that so funny? I don't like walking. I like to be driving. Fuck walking, dude. You know, I don't want to live in a walkable city. Personally, that's just me though.
You know, my couple day groceries for the meal I want to prep a block away. Walking to the store. More boutique things, more interesting small businesses. You don't get that in suburbia. You get strip malls in AMC. Wait for Mandami as mayor. I know that is kind of the one concern because it's not left or right. I don't want a far right extremist. I also don't want a far left extremist, and he is self-confessed communist. So not the biggest fan of that.
Whoa, Caleb, dude, what the fuck, dude? You race it? No, I'm just kidding.
We'll see if they're willing to be sane. Boston, maybe. Okay, so we should give the reasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you know, first of all I've talked about so far is lifestyle, right? So lifestyle, you know, exactly what I just said. Now let's talk about the business, the things that impact you guys, since you guys have an opinion on this, which is fair. Well, I think maybe I don't know. Is it?
No.
It's interesting to be so impacted by it. I'll be honest. But social democrat. Okay, no. You're right. He's a self-confessed socialist. That is true. I don't think he said the word communist, but he is a part of the Democratic Socialist. He goes to those conventions.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, I know the politics of that guy. I don't really know, you know. But like there is a lot of people in well, I guess you'd say Bernie Sanders adjacent, that they call themselves Democratic Socialists, and they call themselves Democratic Socialists for a reason. And that reason isn't because they're actual socialists. That reason is because people call Bernie Sanders a socialist for wanting universal health care, which is obviously in every other Western country, and it is successfully implemented. They were just calling him a socialist. So he's like, oh, hey, then that was a weird way I said that. He's like, okay, then I'm a Democratic Socialist. Fine. I don't care. Like, that was his whole like argument. So he's not really a socialist, Bernie specifically. And I'm assuming that is his name Mamdani or whatever? I think he attaches himself to that. Where he's like, okay, you want to call me a socialist, and I'll be a socialist. You know what I mean? Like, I'll call myself that, and I'll embrace it.
Right. Casting. Let's talk about that, Lindsay, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So
it's like when Tyrion Lannister said to wear like a shield or whatever, you know, being a dwarf. That's acceptable. That's the acceptable term, I think. That was a weird reference.
So from a casting perspective, we really don't get a lot of folks from
Caleb, do you have a casting couch I could lay on?
The East Coast in general, because flights to Austin, number one, there are not many routes that are direct flights here. And believe it or not, that is a big sticking point for a lot of people when they are considering coming on the show. Like, oh, I may have to have a layover or two.
Yeah, I fucking hate layovers. My mom, for some reason, enjoys them, pisses me off. Like, what's wrong with you?
Layovers to just get to Austin. So that's number one. Number two, flying in and out of Austin is so much more expensive.
Mm-hmm. Really?
I can say this.
That would kind of make sense because there's so many airports and it's such a hub in like, you know, in New York. It's such like an airport hub. I could see it like being less expensive.
The person that used to live.
Oh, is Mehdi Hassan? Who am I talking about then? Who the fuck is Mamdani? The fuck, dude? I just got names on the brain.
In Dallas, flying in and out of Dallas, so affordable. Why? Because it's a major hub city for several airlines. And
bro, my wife and I were looking into Disney trips. Who would have thought? It was like $69 to get from New York to Orlando, one way, and then like $80 in the other way. It's fucking crazy. We're thinking about just like a weekend trip.
New York, it's the same. Obviously, I mean, it's probably, I know Atlanta's the busiest airport in the country, but by far, I mean, it's a hub for many airlines. Getting guests in and out of New York will be very easy. On top of that, I think everybody is excited by New York, right?
Yeah.
And wanting to come and hang out with us at the studio, but then also have some time in the city, I think would be really great for the overall guest experience, which I don't know if you talk about much on your stream, but guest experience is very important to us.
Oh, yeah.
And Austin has been great to us. And I think, you know, I can't say that any of our guests have had a terrible, actually, no, there was one guest that had a terrible experience when they were out on a Lime scooter.
Oh, no.
And it hit the curb in a wrong way. They were overserved. Well, they self-overserved. And then there was a finger that was broken. That was not our fault. That was not the city of Austin's fault.
Well, see, actually, someone brings up what people are trying to say, but I think what they're misunderstanding, they're like, Minneapolis is the #1 airport. Okay. But think about where you can get direct flights to, because that's our big issue. Is a lot of people have to have layovers where they're coming from to come to Austin. Makes it harder. New York, everywhere has direct flights to the top populous city in the country. Right. So that makes it easier
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done a layover in my life, at least not in my adult life.
To get guests in and out. Right. When we schedule layovers, has to be a big part of the conversation, right?
Well, and I should also clarify, a lot of folks that come on this show, when they are taking time off of work, right? Yeah. We are reimbursing them, but a lot of the folks that come on the show have children.
They're asking.
Really, we want people to be able to get here and get back home in the quickest, easiest way possible. And there have been several times where we have had guests that really want to, come, but they can't. And it's because of travel, and it's because of just kind of, it's just not great getting in and out of Austin for the majority of people in the country. Yes, there are certain direct flights that Austin has every day that is great, but otherwise, again, we're always thinking about the guest experience and how we can enhance it.
I mean, that makes sense, especially since they want to get guests, for their show, duh.
And really open up financial audit to the most amount of people possible that want to be here and make it as easy for them as possible.
Yeah. And people, I mean, sure, some people want to visit Austin. Sure. But New York is an exciting place to visit.
Well, actually, that's a good place. That's a good point, too. I didn't even think about that. But the guests are there. They can have an opportunity to hang out and enjoy New York. So it could be a double whammy. It's I can go on Caleb Hammer's show, but I can also have a nice time.
It's a much more appealing, I get to go do the show, but also have a little bit of a trip, right?
Yes. Once you do the show, you're in the city. You can walk around and do whatever you want. You can make New York as expensive or as inexpensive as you want to. You really can. And I think that's a good selling point.
I don't know about it as inexpensive, but...
So because Austin's a little more spread out. Like I said, you can go see...
Bro, also, unironically, if Caleb does come hard, one day I'm going to try to get this motherfucker to take a trip with, him and his girlfriend and me and my wife and maybe whatever, whoever else, but to come to Pennsylvania. It's a 3.5 hour drive. We go to like the best, like really good buffets out there. It's just like I like it. It's like it's a nice time in my opinion.
See anything in New York when you're there?
Now, I have lots of people saying I hate New York. That's fair. I mean, there's a lot of people that is not the lifestyle. People don't want the busy, the hustle, the grind, the Four Seasons. Not even some people like. And people don't like the more urban core that it is in the walkability. Some people prefer the suburban drive to the strip mall for your local chain. That's
again, just go to Long Island.
Fine. This is not us. That just ain't us. And that's okay. Let's see. Whew.
Go to Long Island.
Wow, people really hate this.
I don't know if Caleb, I don't know if they also realize that we are very go people.
Yeah.
Like we're not boring people that just kind of lax around all day. Like our schedules are packed, and New York City is that lifestyle where if you have a packed schedule, that's kind of the life you're living. Like we're kind of in that grind mode right now, and New York City fits that lifestyle.
And I honestly think
they talk so curated. It's so funny. Even Caleb in here, they're like talking like they have a voice on. I'm not criticizing it at all. It's just like interesting. They have like a kind of like a voice on. I think it's fun. It's just interesting.
The viewers, the show's going to be better. We're only going to get better guests. We're only going to be able to have higher selections of guests. Really should be good. I already explained the Chicago situation, but a couple people are saying Vegas. Yes, that's an easy city to get people in and out of. It is the literal one city in the United States that is the polar opposite of Walkable, and I am hyper looking for Walkable. Also, I'm hyper looking away from getting away from Texas summers. I hate the summer here. In Vegas, it's dry.
How bad is this summer? Because the summers out here can be rough sometimes.
That's a little different. So we have a couple people asking, okay, but why not California instead of New York? Okay, there's certain benefits there, but that's not walkable. And I'm not living in San Francisco.
I really think that Caleb just wants to move to New York, and he's looking for every reason to be like, yes, New York. Which, by the way, God bless.
Probably.
So you know how it is. If you want to do a thing, you'll be like, oh, here's all the reasons why it's great.
I don't know. Plus, LA specifically has a lot of major issues that they are not solving that kind of terrify me. You think, New York has some homeless people. It's a different situation.
Is it? Well, I was just looking at it yesterday. Apparently, New York has the highest level rate per capita of homeless people in the entire United States. Isn't that fucking wild?
It's a vehemently different situation. I think you'd like Orange County, sure, but that's not walkable, right? I'm sure we'd like the coast and hills, right? Nashville, that's just another Austin.
That's worse Austin.
But why am I going to Nashville but leaving Austin, right? I feel like there's so many cities you can move to, but it's like the same thing. Richmond, Virginia, but then we have the airport situation. Pittsburgh, airport situation. Because I know Pittsburgh is walkable. It also has that more Midwest winter that I'm not really looking for.
Caleb, how long have you been ready to get out of Austin?
I've been gearing to leave Austin for at least probably getting close to a year, but I haven't been so serious about it. So the way we're going to do it is we are going to be doing a small little trial group, which is exciting. So it's going to be Lindsay, Brandon, Mika, the head of financial audit, and some of the other video editors, and Christian for the memberships. We'll probably do a couple new hires there that are specific for in person. And then there's some, a couple other people we want to bring, but
that makes sense. Do a little trial run, and then also test the idea of some people staying remote, like legacy remote, even if you don't enhance that infrastructure, and then give other people the opportunity to mentally adjust to the idea of kind of having to go to New York. That's so interesting. It gets a little humid over here too, but maybe it's nothing like Texas. I have no idea. I've never been to Texas before. There's also the idea of I wonder where they're going to station out of, because if they do have people live in, let's say they have people living in Texas, obviously. So let's say they take these 6 over. I think it's 6. They take 6 people over, and they leave the others remote. Let's say as they trickle in, because they want everybody in person to some degree, who's to say that they couldn't potentially live out on Long Island? And the only reason I say this is because Long Island, again, is more suburban. It's I like it more out here. So they have some people, and then they just commute once or twice a week to go in person into the city office. Even they can potentially get a train pass, or something like that. My wife goes into the city once a month for her work meetings, and it's not uncommon out here for people to drive to the city. My mother lives on Long Island. She used to drive into Queens every day, which is not quite the city. It's technically kind of Long Island, but whatever. She also used to drive to New Jersey every day for the last 5 years of her employment, so it's not necessarily uncommon, but I don't know how they are over there. Driving for an hour a day sometimes could be obviously frustrating, but you could also live closer, to the city too. It'd be like a half-hour drive from it, honestly.
Giving the option. Now, for what it's worth, there's the big conversation then. What about it's more expensive there? So we inflated everyone's wages to meet. So there's that. There's that. I know that's a conversation.
Big guy Caleb. He really wants to go to New York.
Guess you're just using an investing app that doesn't invest in you. It is time to change that.
Right now, Webull is offering up to a 3.5%
Webull.
match when you open an IRA with them. That is real money going into your retirement, not just points or coupons. And that's just the start. Deposit $100 and you get 30 days of Webull Premium. Anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 sitting around in your account, move it to
I'm supposed to find something pretty in this game to give this stupid bitch Duchess, and I can't find it.
Webull and get $200 in cash. And if you worked your way up to $5 million, that's $30,000 in your account just for moving it over. It is not just about the perks, though. Webull provides the tools that serious investors want as well. TradingView integration, real-time data, zero commission trades. It actually works on all your devices. And now through September 30th, you can stack even more. Get a $100 cash bonus for a $2,000 deposit, plus a 2% cash back on all deposits, and a 30-day premium voucher, and a 4% APY booster on any uninvested cash. It doesn't get better than this, so stop overpaying for a platform that gives you nothing back and make the switch to Webull. Go to Webull.com/K/Caleb or hit
Oh yeah, guys, we always watch the ads.
the
Always
QR
watch
code
the
or
ads,
the link
baby.
below. Let's get back to the show.
Brandon has the lowest base pay, but I'll let him speak on that. It's because he's all commission.
And
Everyone else
do
got
I-
a very generous raise.
Do I
though.
do well, Caleb?
You do better than anyone else.
Okay. It doesn't matter. No.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to live there. I think you also mentioned that you. Okay. Can I?
There's two cities I've wanted
I
to
will
live, San
say
Diego and
I do feel slightly responsible for a little bit of this opening the New York the pot per se, opening the tea kettle. I went to New York on our week off a couple weeks ago, and I came back and I told Caleb, man, if I was to really live anywhere else, like New York City is up there for me. And he goes, well, I've always wanted to live there also.
And the girlfriend, my girlfriend too.
Yes. So we started just this kind of like
No
man,
layups.
we started this like, man, I had a really great time out there. I've always wanted to live there.
Oh, it's beautiful out here.
And Caleb said, well, let me just start doing some research. And then very quickly he came on board
Wait.
also. So
Is there a White Castle in Texas? I wonder, because listen, not for nothing. There's not. They plan on opening their first permanent location in Texas in 2026, but I don't think that they have one. Oh, shit. Let's see. That's only states with White Castle: Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, Kentucky, New York, Missouri, New Jersey, Minnesota, Nevada, and Arizona. Bro, Caleb. Listen, Caleb, when you come here, like, so here's the thing. You got to see. I got it on lock, boy. I have a Sam's Club membership, and Sam's Club has $50 White Castle gift cards for $40. So I'm fucking set, baby. I'm set. Yo, do you have a Costco membership? I don't even know, dude. He talks about saving money, so he's got to have one, right?
I take minimal responsibility for uprooting a couple of us, but I think it's going to be a spot that's overall better for the business, better for the lifestyle, the things we like to do, the things that we want
That part sounds true, though. It does sound like it will be better for the business.
to do. I would say that all three of us are not.
Especially if there's like some kind of drought. I don't know if they're having a drought or anything. I feel like this is like weird. I feel like I've gotten the potential idea that it might be a little bit difficult to get people lately. I don't know if that's true though. You never said that to me. Like I just feel like for some reason I feel that way. I don't know why. I could be just completely fucking idiot stupid. So it makes sense for like longevity.
Not like I like to go out occasionally, but we're not go out people. But
Not
you
a
know what we all
hyper-partier.
love to do? Eat great food.
Yeah.
Go explore different things.
Parks,
we like the
whatnot,
museums.
yeah.
Like there's so many things that outside of the party lifestyle that New York offers, and I think that's what I'm most excited for.
And again, the show will be better for everyone. I'm breaking everyone's leases. We're paying a kind of a flat rate for moving expenses, the same rate we give to anyone who's moving to Austin. The vast majority of the business is staying in Austin. A lot of the video team will be remote, and then the entire business operation will be here in Austin as well. So yeah, it's exciting. So a few of us, we're likely going to move to New York in
Couple months
soon.
sooner than later.
But I wanted to bring up a Reddit post that's kind of interesting with this.
Spicy.
Reddit is so silly. So somehow Reddit will just be so angry and parasocial about everything. In fact, the guest that we filmed with today, Lindsay, was also one of the parasocial people on Reddit. And that was very, very interesting.
It was very interesting to see that IRL.
Yeah.
She knew everything about everybody.
Yeah.
Simply through Reddit.
That's fucking crazy. She was on the show too.
It's very odd. But so we'll share it. Let me make sure all is good on this here screen.
I'm so fucking
I think
confused.
so. Is there a studio already? That's what we're looking for. So what determines how long we get there is studio. Now it's also like it's a trial period. Like if it sucks, there's always options outside of that.
Yeah, I think you can always come back to your home if you really don't like it out there, but you can
Or go
never go
somewhere
experience
else.
it if you don't go take the leave.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of options, guys. It's not, a permanent thing, but I honestly think
It
it'll
seems like a calculated risk. Yeah.
make the content better. I really do. Brandon, are you excited to be a dad?
Chat, this is the grand reveal. I'm
Oh, Brandon is gonna be a dad. What the fuck?
not having a kid.
He's having a baby. We're doing a gender reveal next week, you guys.
Okay. Yeah, Reddit is
I'm so confused. Are they married? I'm very confused. I'm very confused.
Cesspool, exactly. So this is what was so weird. When I even floated the idea of moving to New York, this is what we got. I'm slightly disappointed with the potential move to NYC.
Why do you guys comment and make posts like you're the ones that have to uproot your life?
Like the show's gonna stay the exact same. Like nothing's impacted on the audience side. I'm so confused. But okay. I was watching. Let me zoom in. I was watching Caleb's member-only live stream from today, and he mentioned that him and 75% of the team.
I think
don't
you
know where he
mentioned
got
about
that.
15% of the team.
Yeah, and that's not even fit. It's probably closer to like 5 to 10% of the team at this point.
Dude, don't ever say that. White Castle's like eating a burger with cancer. First of all, shut up. Okay. Caves west of here. Thanks, bro. First of all, shut up. Second of all, you don't eat White Castle for the burgers. I'm just being real with you. You don't eat White Castle for the burgers. Anybody who has White Castle for the burgers is doing it wrong. The best part of White Castle is the mozzarella sticks, especially the poop that they have there. They have really good poop. No, mozzarella sticks is like number one there. That's what I'd recommend. Obviously, they have like these like fucking macaroni and cheese balls. Those are fucking amazing. Those are fucking lit. Shit like that, man.
10% are wanting to move to NYC. Now, for what it's worth,
Fries are pretty good.
a lot more people want to move to New York than we're willing to do in the test period, but we might bring more people over once like the lease is here is done and stuff like that. But I even talk about the subreddit if you don't want us to talk about it. It's because this is hilarious. This is such a funny post to the idea of us talking about moving to New York. So you put out so much content, strangers probably feel like they're the best friend.
They will make you shit.
It has to be weird. Honestly, it's not that bad, but when they're so invested in something like this, it's kind of funny. You know, I just don't understand why they would.
The best part of White Castle's Harold and Kumar. You know what's so funny about that? They didn't even eat real White Castles. They had to get like vegan White Castles because of their religion or something.
Invest so much into their studio in Austin just to pack it up and leave for NYC. Well, the business is still going to be here. The vast majority of people are going to be here, and we're filling out the entire space. The business team is growing quickly. And what we've invested in the studio here is mostly just rent. We haven't done too much. We've just built financial audit, fat and fatter, right?
Yeah.
So that's not a big concern. Also, it's not your wallet, but I appreciate it.
Pocket watching?
Yeah, but we haven't invested that much other than just rent in general. NYC is so dirty, it might boost your immune system in the long run. That's true. It'll help us in the next pandemic. That is true. That's fair enough. Never seen chat moving this fast. I know people hate the idea of New York. It's funny.
I'm not really that surprised. I mean, if you're doing financial content, you probably have an audience that's a bit more right leaning, which there's nothing wrong with that. But like that adds up to me that they would be like more pressed about it. Like, oh, you're going to New York? That place is terrible. You know?
It is whatever. Spend 6 months and a day in Austin for tax purposes. Now that's something I've actively considered. However, how the fuck would I do that with the team? Let's pretend we do the entire team. Make 50 people spend 6 months somewhere and 50 people spend 6 months somewhere else. Like that wouldn't make sense.
We're hearing double rent.
I mentioned something like that. I told him to get somewhere in Florida. Do something in Florida, and then you can go to Disney too. What is down here?
All we're hearing is double rent.
So this is a pop-up office for at least a year, and if it goes really successfully, maybe we'll move everyone over. And I know the tax situation is pretty brutal, but again, there are many incentives set up for businesses and business owners because they want me to employ people that live in New York City. And I will, and then we'll all pay taxes. So it's good. He has mentioned that it would be good for the business to potentially get better people for the audits. That is correct. He also said in 2 years, if it happens, the rest of the business would be in New York. Well, not would be. That's not 100% true, but it opens the door. Again, what's really interesting is a lot of people like will hear something, and then somehow they'll make like a biblical truth about it. Yuck, Boston's almost worst. Never been. Would be excited.
If you're going to live in the Northeast, why go anywhere besides the most poppin' place up there?
Yeah. Miami. Yeah, but honestly, I think I'm just over the heat, man. I really am. But Miami's not a bad option. Okay. So no, the rest wouldn't be. If I say something, like, I don't know. Like I will say like, oh, my lips are a little chapped today. Someone will post on Reddit, like, Caleb's lips are chapped from doing drugs. And this is 100% the truth.
That's true though. I can confirm.
Like, I don't know where they get things from. And then they post biblical truths. But the annoying thing is people will read this and they will take it as the truth. Even though I never said anything. The internet is so fucking weird.
It's kind of incredible now that, and I'm sure maybe Lindsay sees it also, like you'll see like a comment, like a YouTube video, and then you're like, I learned something new about myself today. Like I learned something new about myself every single day.
NYC summers are no joke either. Buddy, I've been looking the past month at what the weekly weather's been in New York. It's at minimum 20 degrees colder every day.
Yeah, compared to Austin, it's not even in the same ballpark. And the nights are still getting in the 70s, the 80s.
Yeah.
We don't get that in Austin.
No, we get 90s in the night.
High 80s and 90s in the night.
It's horrible. Can we get a poll on stream? Yeah, let's do a poll. I know what everyone's going to say.
And just for the record, we've had a very mild summer this summer. So the fact that you are throwing in the towel under, at least for me in the time that I've lived in Texas, I feel like this is the mildest summer we've had.
It really is.
So I think
it's the best summer I've had in my 8 years.
Right.
Just about.
I mean, it's been very mild. So, but when he's done, folks. Sorry.
I know, it's the best keyboard ever. I bought one for my house.
Oh, it's a nice keyboard.
It's the best
isn't it?
keyboard.
NYC humidity is Austin not compared to where I'm from. Austin's disgustingly humid.
Austin's like 100% humidity.
And the
Humidity can be pretty high out here. I mean, I haven't really had to deal with it because I don't work outside anymore, but it could be rough.
New York City has 4 less sunny days than Austin a year. Now, if there's clouds in the sky, they still consider it sunny. It has to be a full overcast for it not to be considered sunny. So you do get more clouds, but it has 4 less sunny days a year in Austin.
But dollar slice pizza helps kind of counteract those gloomy days.
And
I
all
don't know where the fuck that you guys get dollars. So I don't know. I don't pay $1 for my pizza.
the fake tits you get to see. Brandon likes fake tits. So New York instead of Vegas.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can't really walk anywhere in Vegas, and also doesn't get rid of the heat. Okay, he keeps saying he wants more walkability and more opportunities. Yes, that is true. I don't know. It just seems like the brand is heavily presented in Austin, and it makes it more affordable to get people to Austin instead of New York. No, it'll be higher hotels in New York, but it'll be much cheaper flights.
Well,
so
and
it'll be the
Caleb,
same.
Again, there are so many guests that we have that because of family commitments, work commitments, they genuinely want to fly in and fly out on the same day. Doing this show in Austin.
Interesting. Really? I guess that makes sense. It's just like, damn. One day. Oh, I guess I didn't realize that. I figured they would have stayed the night at least.
Austin, the flights are very limited, and there's so many times that people again do not book to be on the show because they cannot travel here. So with what the flight system is, and yeah, there are so many people that say, oh, if you guys could film on a Saturday or a Sunday, and it's like that's not how our filming schedule is. So unfortunately, we can't accommodate that at this time. So yeah, that seems like again someone projecting a feeling as an absolute truth.
Yeah. It really does.
So
That's that, but that is the definition of Reddit. Projecting a feeling is absolute truth. No state income tax in Vegas, so financial. Yeah, it's not a perfect financial decision. Now, I honestly think there is a chance. I think we'll still break even with taxes because I think our show will do better. And there's a new show we're talking about starting.
Maybe.
That I think will be very good. But more than
Hope it's a puppet show. That sounds like a lot of fun.
that, there's actually a chance we might make more money just because the guests will be we will have more options for guests. My only concern is guests taking it as a sudden opportunity to spending spree in New York City. What do you think they do in Austin though? I mean, I'm sorry, but if they're here for more than a day, we had the guy we uploaded last week. Was it last week? Last week who came to Austin day before, gambled everything.
That comes up.
Damn. I never thought about that. People, I mean, some of these people have like financial issues or like fucking and going to Austin and spending some of their money on shit. Damn, they could really get fucked up if they go to New York. That's funny. That's fucking terrible.
Coming out tomorrow. Okay, that'll be fun.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, why does anyone care has won on Twitch? No has slightly won, but it's almost split between the 3 on YouTube. So I think
Wait, hold on. Caleb, have you ever considered where's Noah live? Caleb, is Noah in New York? Is Caleb stalking Noah? What the fuck? Oh my god, Caleb, are you stalking Noah? Oh my god, it's happening.
Stack.
Caleb's coming here just to kill Noah. I knew it.
Why would anyone care? And yes, together? Yeah, I don't know why people care. So I still think it's better for the business and it's better for you guys as viewers. Okay, let's keep going. I know I shouldn't be complaining about this. Also the definition of Reddit, but then they still post because I have no part of the business. What? What? That's crazy.
Wait, our CEO didn't post this?
I haven't hired you. And I'm just an audience member. I just think Austin is a better place financially than New York City. But business branding, getting brand deals, dude, he can have so many in-person meetings
I
with
can
brands.
go in person and it opens up opportunities that like we wouldn't have had otherwise. Like I would love to be more involved with the brands and the sponsors and the partnerships. A lot of them are based out of New York. I don't get the chance to do that. And we don't do the travel to go to New York. Being stationed there just gives me more opportunity to land better sponsors for the audience, for the business, and just be able to nurture those relationships in person. I think that's a massive part of sales. If you have any sales background, nurturing in person is huge.
Someone says we're allowed to have a discussion on Reddit. Yeah, and again, this isn't like we're not like for what it's worth, playing it up a little for the sake of the stream. It's fun. The thing that's fun about this is they're acting like they're directly impacted as an employee. It's not that they're not having a conversation. It's the extent and energy that they're bringing to it that's very funny. So it's not that go have a conversation about anything. It's just
They just love Caleb Hammer, bro. They just love Mr. Hammer. No, I don't know, man. I feel like, I don't know. Well, I guess Twitter. I feel like half the people that say something on Twitter are like fucking bots. Honestly, it's just so fucking annoying. But I guess that's what happened when you have like a parasocial aspect to it. I mean, maybe some of them are well-meaning and they're just like, oh, this is a bad idea. You're stable, which he probably is obviously stable. But like, a little instability could be good in the long run.
if it's a little funny, we're going to talk about it, right? It's like, that's kind of what you get when you post online. Let's see. I was looking at an open role at Hammer Media 2 weeks ago, and the starting salary for an associate role is $40,000 to $50,000. That's more doable and also been out in New York. Well, people are being paid in New York. We're making an adjustment.
Again, I feel like the amount of assumption that there wouldn't that nothing is going to change and we're literally just going to pick everything up and take it to New York and everything is the same is pretty crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like what I think in any business, if you were to move from somewhere like Austin to somewhere like New York, there would be something to compensate for that absolute. I mean, yes,
maybe. I don't know. I personally wouldn't have assumed that like other businesses would give you like an incentive to move necessarily. I don't know. Maybe that's just me not understanding business, honestly. I mean, maybe I just have like a negative interpretation of most businesses, but I wouldn't assume that they would like, oh yeah, let me help you out, you know?
In no world are we saying that that Austin and New York City have the same cost of living.
Yeah.
So of course we're going to be compensated for it. I'm still baffled by the point of view of this post.
It's funny,
to be honest.
So we have a comment. I hope he's done the numbers to make sure it would work for him and his people. Prices are going to...
I don't know. I feel like if anything, the one thing you could probably guarantee is that Caleb did the numbers. No?
Shut up. Nope. Actually, the finance YouTube channel actually avoided looking at the numbers.
Yeah,
we made sure not to look at any data.
What does this do?
That's not what Caleb's been hyper fixated on for the past, I don't know, 3 weeks.
Everyone needs a 33% pay bump for this to be fair to existing staff. I will admit, that's what I advocated for, but everyone got more than that because everyone wanted a lot more. But it's fair, and I'm going for it.
Oh, was it more than 33%? Damn, really? Is it that fucking crazy? Is the difference between Austin, Texas, and the New York City? I wonder if they're going to plant themselves in New York, though. Cost of living, Austin, Texas. That's a higher state average generally. With housing is significant after medium income. Okay, so I don't know how you would look at the fucking cost of living, whatever. It's 3% lower than national average. So like New York City, what is this number? Damn, 74% higher than the national average. Damn. God damn, that's a pretty significant amount. Holy fuck. All right, that makes sense to get more than a lot more then. All right, well, God bless.
But that is the Federal Reserve data. No way in how Caleb is doing that. I did.
I think Caleb, chat, I think that
It's almost like they don't know me.
I think that you guys are going to be mind blown at how sooner than later this is.
And at how much you don't actually know every thought in my head.
Dude, I'm telling you, stupid motherfucker. I'm not saying. I'm just kidding. Come to the fucking soup party, dude. What the hell? What the hell?
That too.
When am I going on Kill Tony? I don't think that... I'm not a comedian. Plus, Tony thinks I'm heavily autistic. So... But I am taking my parents to a Kill Tony next month, which will be fun. Is it annoying to take your dogs out of New York City? That is fair. The place I'm looking at is on one of the parks. I won't say which park. It's a large one in the middle.
End up like the United
I'm sleeping over. I'm just
CEO.
Stop doxing yourself.
I mean,
I'm not doing a financial audit. Stop. Okay, stop telling me to do financial audits. Why would I ever do a financial audit, dude? That'd be fucking embarrassing. Okay. What is this?
I already have someone that helps take care of the dogs here in Austin because, working for you guys. We're going to put out content. I'll do the same. And do y'all pay for the plane tickets? For financial audit, we do a flat reimbursement. So
I don't want to do
it basically covers everything. There's significantly more people in the NYC area, and it's a pretty transient area. Both of these would provide them with more people on financial audit. Oh, actually a sane comment. That's wild. There's no shortage of people I'll have on the show, growing fan base. Yeah, it's less about, we get a shit ton of applicants. It's less about that. It's more coordinating schedules in people's lives. And this gives us more flexibility. There was a guy that tried to do financial audits in New York City about a year ago. He did 2 audits, were insane. First was a gambling addict spending all his money. Yeah, see, look at the things you get to pick from soon, Lindsay. It's exciting.
Think of how many guests that we'll be able to get that will be able to hop on a train and be there. Like we have the local Austin people that can make it here relatively easily.
Yeah.
But the millions of people spread out between New York, New Jersey, that whole area where you can take an hour train ride in. What's the downside?
Do they call it the tri-state? That's what it's called there.
Tri-state
Yeah, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. Oh.
area.
So yeah, if we're getting for the quick application, the Texas Triangle where we're located, that includes San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Austin. That population has about 22.55 million. The tri-state area, 22.32 million.
Shit.
So again, for that instant connection, it's basically the same. So we're not losing anything there. But again, easier to fly people in. So it's also I would be, even though it's like, okay, maybe I don't agree with everything in New York City. A part of the finance nerd in me is excited to live in a city where literally the city alone, the metro area alone, constitutes for almost 10% of the entire country's GDP. Like, that's crazy. In one area, that's kind of crazy.
I just want to see Caleb ring the bell. I want to see Caleb ring the bell.
I want to be there.
Yeah. Someone critiqued the more affordable than Austin. He reimburses people, doesn't he? Yeah. So if it did go up, let's just pretend it doubled in cost, which it won't for the guests. Yeah, we would do that. So it's, again, I don't know why that's a concern either. Now, this one is fair. This is a fair thing. I feel like they say they want to move every couple of weeks. For NYC, Las Vegas, a couple places in California, may have been some others. Seems more like daydreaming than actually being serious. Well, we're kind of serious.
This is the most serious that any of... This is the furthest that any discussions have gotten in a new place in terms of actually working out the logistics.
Yeah.
Actually, like, the research is going into this. The team is heavily looking into it.
Yeah. The workers own the means. You got to move to New York City when the Oakers went to, I don't know. But yeah, we considered San Diego, we considered Vegas, but all that was once the least.
Well, I mean, do they have, is Caleb somebody, well, I mean, I don't know if Caleb has autism, but Caleb Reese is an ADHD guy. I feel like he might have even said that. He might have even said that. So I wonder if he has like a little bit of like impulsive thoughts every once in a while.
Of this end. So we're doing an interesting little content arm is being set up in New York. So that's why it's a little different, right? All influencers want to be in NYC or LA once they start making money. Honestly, it has nothing to do with that. It's all just about been walkable community for me. It's never been like a ego thing. I don't care about that. If it was about anything other than walkability, I would just save money on taxes.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. I don't know. But again, this
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of like benefits to coming to New York. I mean, if you like walkability, obviously paying more taxes it's always good to pay more taxes. No, just kidding. It's just it's just a fucking nice area. It's accessible. You know, you have a lot of flights. I feel like the tri-state area is just like really nice in general. It's just like a good little place to be, dude. I'm here. You know what I'm saying, dude?
I feel like this is a little projection to a certain extent. I agree with you about Austin. If anything, I think he'd want to relocate back to Michigan.
Sorry. No offense to the state of Michigan.
Where does his parents live? Does his parents live in Austin with him?
But
What? Oh, they really think they know me. Okay. No, Michigan is never considered an option. Yes, I love my family.
Okay,
My family can
that's a
come
yes.
visit and I can visit them. But Michigan, no.
Your family would probably love visiting New York too.
You know, talking about sunny days versus overcast.
Damn, maybe he'll see his family more. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, Caleb, we want to come see you." They just come over there to go to just go over there to go to New York.
Over.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about becoming an ADHD coach. Yeah, you're right. Big thoughts.
Overcast.
Cast days, Michigan's 50-50.
Ooh,
That's
that
West
sounds
Michigan, Kalamazoo. It's bad.
Awful, actually.
Yeah, it's the worst. We have a whole internal team that we just set up and super excited, but it's taken us a couple months to get them onboarded. Just want to move to NYC so you can kiss Papa God and do a podcast. Yeah, it'd
Based?
be fun.
Which
to
is
meet
God
the
live
Papa.
in New York City?
Long Island.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, there you go. That's the number one. Listen, Caleb Hammer, the number one reason. You could sit here and you could say, oh, you know, I want to come to New York for the walkability, or I want to come to New York because it's really nice and the pizza's better and the bagels are better and there's a White Castle here and we like the theater because we're a little bit this, but God bless it. And also Caleb likes tennis and it seems like New York has a lot of tennis, I think. I don't know why, just kind of like the vibe, whatever, blah, 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 all these different reasons. But you know, the number one reason Caleb Hammer wants to come here is to see Papa Gut, dude. Just to see Papa Gut. You know what I'm saying, dude? Who wouldn't? Of course.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
When did travel to? Oh,
Dude, I'm telling you, whoever's going to New York, you guys are all unironically invited to the soup party, dude. I'm not kidding. This wasn't a joke, all right? I'm 100% serious, dude. I'm 100% serious, bro. All right, come on over to the soup party. It's a lot of fun. You know what we do? So this is how the soup party works in my house. We invite our family, and what it is that you all come, and if you want, you can bring a soup. You don't have to, and you bring a soup, and you taste everybody's soup. You know what we try to do is we try to make it so that like once you show up, you can start eating, right? So like I think that the soup party's at 1. So we try to have the food out by 2. The food's out by 2. You can start eating right when you get there, so you don't have to stay the whole day if you don't want. Because I fucking hate going to places and eating, and it's like, oh, hey guys, we're gonna make you wait 4 hours to eat. Honestly, fuck off. Eat within the first hour you go there. You know, especially if you have a soup, you have to show up on time. If you don't, you can show up whenever the fuck you want. And then later on, you know, we give you a piece of paper. and you vote on your top 3 soups. And like we do ranked choice voting for your top 3. 1, 2, 3, and then the winner there's a winner that gets a first place prize, second, third, and then we have like a superlative, right? And so last year it was best fixins. This year we do not know what it is yet. I don't want to make it the same every year because I don't want to incentivize you to make a bunch of fixins in your soup. Or that's supposed to be like a fun little thing. So it could be like ugliest soup, or soup I'd really want to put my penis in, something like that. Probably not that. I have some conservative family. And it's just like a cute thing when we give out prizes, and it's a nice time. My wife and I have been actually running around Long Island, trying to get enough like seating because we want to be able to be 100% outdoors. Even if it rains. So we got multiple like canopy things with sides on them and this and that because we expect like a decent turnout. So Caleb, you guys are all invited. It'll be a good time, brother. It'll be a good time.
Interesting. I'll say it has to be more difficult to get guests willing to travel to the studio being located in Austin. Oh, yeah. Very good. Remember, the Texas Triangle compared to the tri-state area is also, like, if you want someone from Dallas or Houston, it is a
That guy's name is Yankee Blue. That's so biased.
Oh, that is
That's
biased.
so biased.
Let's see. Okay,
Wouldn't it burn my penor? That's a good question. I appreciate that. That is an excellent question, but I think I'll be okay. I appreciate it. I just do it in the cold soup. Actually, last year my wife made a cucumber soup. It was very interesting.
Here we go. This will be the last one. I'm sure some of the staff are stoked, and I've always thought the higher ups are more excited about the big cities and downtown offices than the entry and mid-level employees, for the simple reason they can afford housing.
But like I said, you do not have to bring a soup. Last year we had 12 soups, I think. This year so far we have 6. So, yeah.
Without choosing between the shoebox and hour-long commute.
Again,
I'm not going to dox anyone's pay. I will say, just for the people moving though, the math is they make they make at the top end of some people at the top end of what people 15 years experience in that position are in New York City. I want to take care of my people, right? And there's hard negotiations going back and forth. We don't take anything personally. It's all money, but everyone.
You guys think Caleb Hammer smokes cigarettes? One of my favorite things to do is smoke cigarettes, but I only do it like once or twice a year because it's bad for me and my wife yells at me. So I only do it like sometimes,
Everyone's going to do well. So that's not the case.
What
Or
are
even
these
more
shows?
often, really higher ups only visit a site, never go there. None of it's their problem. For what it's worth, we actually are, the business team's doing going out to conferences. There's lots of conferences in New York that are big business opportunities. And that's costing me I think $15,000 for hotel block and all this shit and flights just to get them to go to a conference. If we live in New York, they could go to conference every weekend and get those connections. But some people are also into cities for their reasons, probably more social. Yeah. Than me, who'd be a cabin in the woods. And that's what's fine. That's what I think a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of people are like, I hate New York. So what the fuck? It's like, I want walkable. You want suburb, you want cabin in the woods, you want farm, everything is fine. Go to what you prefer. I don't prefer the higher taxes. I'm trying to rework my brain and view it as a fee to get the lifestyle I want. There's no doubt many financial disasters will wait there to explore. True. But also warn him to get excessive advice from numerous New York regulations. Yeah, we got that. I got my tax people. I got my lawyers.
That's a sword.
The story is Louis Rossman. I don't know about that.
I remember Louis Rossman's pretty cool. What about Louis Rossman? Did he have like a bad time going to New York?
And others about random fines, tax bills, audits, liens, etc. Wild. So that's that. We'll be going, ladies and gentlemen, to New York City, right?
We're doing it.
We'll be moving.
We're doing it, and you're not stopping us.
That's the reality.
I'm gonna die. I'm stupid. All right.
And we'll be back in a year if it sucks. Hey, Caleb Hammer stream fans, make sure you get your financial score for free. Take the assessment at calebhammer.com or dollarwise.com. It's free. See where you stand in the world of finances.
I think it's beautiful, and I also died, and I'm very upset about it. So that's that. Incredible stuff.